And welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm just going to be talking about goal setting, how to set goals, how to achieve them, and just some of my own personal goals and what I do to achieve them. Sorry if the lighting's a bit funny, I honestly can't tell. I've had a ridiculous morning. So I literally made a banana protein smoothie, trying to do all the good stuff, you know, and I was playing around with the tripod and the camera and I literally knocked my smoothie off the table and it went everywhere. So I currently have banana seeping into my carpet as we speak. I've tried to clean it as much as I can for now and I'm just hoping for the best really. But yeah, I also dropped my camera and it was so blurry, but I think I fixed it. Like, I think it looks alright, so we'll see how we go. Yeah, I wanted to get a new camera but not like this, so I'm hoping this camera is still fine and good to go. I just thought I'd make this video because goal setting and reaching my goals is something I'm really passionate about. Yeah, and I just wanted to share my tips on what I do kind of thing, just because I feel like I have some good systems in place that have worked for me. So I just have some notes that I've written down. Are a bit out of whack, but I couldn't be bothered rewriting them, so I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow and see how we go with it all. But pretty much I'm someone that's always been a goal setter. I'm always looking for the next thing. Yeah, kind of just looking to improve in any way that I can always. I've always been like looking to set new goals and reaching my goals, but it was probably maybe like midway last year I like took a reassessment and I was like, I've kind of gone off path with what I want to do. I kind of was just like in a plateau and I was like, I want to realign myself, set some new goals and get back on track. So that's kind of where I was at. Got into some health and fitness goals that I was really trying to work on, just because I'd like gotten a bit crazy coming to Melbourne, being from Tasmania, settling into a new place, full-time uni, and I just didn't really have my priorities straight. I was a bit of a stress head, so my food kind of went out the door. I was eating pizza like every week, just doing a lot of crap, not gymming really often either. And yeah, I just wasn't in a good place. So now, after that, second semester of uni last year, I was really good. I set myself some goals with clean eating and stuff like that, but also like still implementing junk foods and stuff like that, because I'm the biggest sweet tooth and like I need that to survive pretty much. I was gymming 4 to 6 times a week and yeah, just really making some improvements for myself, and it honestly felt amazing. Another thing that I did was got into reading, like not fiction. I love non-fiction, like anything self-development I love to read. So I actually have quite a collection now of books and I absolutely love reading. I'm currently reading a book over there. It's a really good book. Wait, I'll go get it. So this is the book I'm reading at the moment and it's called Your Dream Life Starts Here. And it's a book by Christina Carlson, who also runs the company KKK. I've also just been working through one of her 101 Dreams exercises at the moment, which I'll show you guys later. So with goals and stuff, everyone seems to start off motivated at first, like I know I'm exactly the same, and then life just gets in the way and we all get busy, you start to slack off. Yeah, pretty much these are just some things I do to help me stick to my goals, stay motivated and to achieve them. Just so you get that satisfying feeling and you can show yourself that you can do something that you set out to achieve. So the first thing I'd just like to start by saying is that obviously with goals you just have to start somewhere, and as soon as you make that decision, that's the first step towards reaching your goals. It applies with everything you want to do in life. You just got to start, stop thinking about it, stop debating it, stop thinking about what other people are going to think of you, and just do what you want to do. So one thing that I do is I have this book that my mum actually got me, and it's a dream diary type thing, and pretty much over the years I've just put in here goals that I have and stuff like that. So some of my goals, so I've been doing this, it says, since 2018 with these specific ones. So I had down start a degree that will lead to a health career, which I'm currently doing. I'm a second year physiotherapy student, so I've achieved that goal so far. Get braces, because that's something I've always wanted to do for myself, so I'm currently 7 months into having braces. Love that for me. Yeah, I did not think I'd have braces at this age, but like I'm still so glad I got them because it was something that was important for me. Does that even make sense? It was important to me for my self-confidence, and it was just something that made, I don't know, me feel a little insecure, I suppose, and it's something that I wanted to do for myself to make myself feel more comfortable in my own skin. So I finally got the money to be able to do that. So yeah, I've got braces now. Hopefully they'll be off in the next year. But yeah, I'm super happy I was able to do that. Another thing was to get my eyebrows tattooed. So yeah, I was also able to save the money to be able to get them tattooed. I literally have nothing in them right now. I always had such crappy brows, but yeah, now I've got them done, they're a lot better and I love them. It's so easy not having to do them at all, and makes my life so much easier. So some of my other goals were to do my lash course, and I'm currently about to start my lash course tomorrow. So that goal of mine is becoming a reality tomorrow pretty much. So I'm super excited and pumped about that, and yeah, I've had that in the works for like 2 years now, and it's, yeah, I've just kept it on my mind and it's something I always wanted to do, and tomorrow it's gonna happen. Another thing was I wanted to try out the Defence Force. And luckily when I was at the end of year 12, my career advisor mentioned to me that Defence actually had a gap year program after leaving school. So I seriously started thinking about that and got involved, started going through the process. And for my gap year, I spent a year in the Air Force and I learnt so much. It was such a great experience and I have no regrets about it. It also allowed me to save the money I needed to be able to get my braces and stuff like that. So it was super worthwhile. I made the best friends, best experiences, and yeah, it's something I'll have with me for life. I always get so like pumped up in these videos and then I just die. Okay. So another thing that really helps is having a routine or schedule in place, just like allotting times for certain things and tasks that you have. So just planning out beforehand, just so there's no second guessing what's going on. So having your breakfast, lunch and dinner set out for the day, even your workout, when you're going to get that in, if that's something you're into, when you're going to set aside time to work on a goal that you're working towards. It's just that. Just getting it all written down somewhere, maybe on a, what I personally do is I have a whiteboard that sits on my desk and I just write down everything that I need to get done during my week, and I'll just tick it off or cross it off once I get it done. The key thing is to also just start with small steps and then work your way up, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself and then fall off the wagon before you've even gotten anywhere. Because a lot of the time a lot of people want to change everything all at once, and that can be super overwhelming, and it can also lead to botch results pretty much. You won't get where you wanted to go and you set too high of expectations for yourself and it's not really reachable. So if you can try to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Realistic. If you can try to be realistic with your goals, that will really help you in the process of it all. And also when you're on your way to achieving a goal, if you have slip-ups and stuff like that, that's totally okay, it's totally normal because we're all human. You just need to remember all the small wins and all the things that you have done right so far, and at the very least remember that you've started, you're trying. You need to appreciate the small wins as they come along, and don't just get bogged down with all the negative things that have happened on the way to achieving your goals. That's important to remember because it is something new, it's meant to be difficult, you're not always meant to go straight from point A to point B. There are ups and downs along the way, and that's completely normal. It's a great idea if you can give yourself some steps and make a plan as to how you're going to achieve your goal, so it's clear, there's no misconceptions. So it's really good to have a what you want to achieve, when you want to achieve it by, and why you want to achieve it. The why is really important, because if you don't have a good why are you gonna do it? Something I like to do is write down affirmations. I also just put them on my whiteboard throughout my week. So when I'm feeling down or I'm not feeling super motivated, I look at these affirmations and they help me to just push through pretty much. And yeah, give me the boost I need to keep going. And like whenever I'm feeling down, I'll just repeat them in my head. And yeah, they'll get me through my day, they'll get me through uni, anything really. So I find them super helpful to like have. I even have them in my notebooks and stuff like that, at the back of my gratitude journal. So something I also find useful is just keeping a diary. It's something I've been doing for maybe like the last 3 years. And yeah, this one I got from My Goals. So this is probably the most expensive diary I've ever bought, but I think it's totally worth it. So in this as well, I also just have a mini vision board. I also have a vision board on my wardrobe door that I look at, and it has things for my future, my body image, what I'm aspiring to look like, how I want to build my body at the gym and stuff like that. Also has destinations that I want to travel to, people I look up to. So I also just have a vision board here, and that's in the front of my diary. And yeah, it just has places I want to go, words that I find motivating and that are like pretty much words that mean something to me. And the next section of this has my goals. So some of the goals that I have for this year is to work on my gut health. I want to work on my gut health to reduce the feeling that I get by not having good gut health. I just feel uncomfortable all the time. So to fix this, I want to work with the dietitian and to complete a FODMAP so that I can hopefully get some answers that I'm looking for. So the feeling that I'm chasing from this is freedom to feel just good in my own skin and to feel comfortable when I'm going places, because that's something I've really struggled with. I just feel sick all the time and it's just a horrible feeling. So the second goal I have is to increase my flexibility. So in particular, I want to be able to do the splits. Like, I'm so not flexible. So this is something for me that is actually super challenging, and I have to stretch every day to try and work my way towards this goal. My goal is to increase my flexibility. I want to achieve the splits to show that I can improve my poor flexibility. I'll need to stretch on a regular basis to achieve this goal, and I'll feel accomplished and satisfied by being able to achieve this goal. So some things that I've said I'll need to do to achieve this goal is to go to yoga and Pilates more often. I also said to buy a yoga mat because I don't have a mat. Another goal of mine is a financial goal, because I'm such a shopaholic. So something for me that I want to work on is saving my money. So at the moment I just need to focus on paying off my Afterpay is a big thing because I get so carried away on there. But yeah, so I need to pay off that, delete the app, I need that out of my life, and just make smarter choices online shopping and shopping in general. The last thing that is a really big goal of mine is that I want to travel in the next year or two, and yeah, really get some good travel under my belt. I want to go to Europe, New Zealand, a few other places, America, yeah, but I really just want to be able to travel, save some money to be able to do that, find some good friends or family to go with, and just go explore the world while I'm young. So while those goals are my other long-term goals, I also have goals on a weekly basis that are a lot smaller, a little bit easier to achieve, and that I just work on throughout my week. In my diary, there's a section of habits, and I have 5 habits that I can write down every week. They could be the same habits depending on if I think I've achieved that habit, or yeah, I can just keep that same habit going each week. So my habits for this week was to sleep 7 to 9 hours every night. And so far I've been perfect with that, because since being on holidays and out of uni structure, I've definitely haven't had my sleeping routine in place as I should. So that was something I wanted to work on. Also to stretch every day to work on my long-term goal of being able to do the split. I wanted to drink at least 2 litres of water every day, because that's something I know that I haven't been on top of at the moment, and some days I probably hadn't been drinking even 1 litre of water. So that was something I really wanted to be cautious of. Also this week I wanted to start making healthier eating choices, because I'd been eating a lot of junk food, processed foods and that kind of stuff. So I wanted to change that, and I'm currently day 3 into healthy eating, no processed foods, and I feel great. And once you stop eating it, you don't even realize what you're missing, kind of thing. So back to before, when I was talking about writing down your goals. So personally I have that dream book where I write down all my goals, but something recently I've also found through reading this book here is an exercise called the 101 Dreams exercise. And so a couple of days ago I just took the time to start writing out some of my goals slash dreams, and it's a pretty cool little thing. You can just print this off the KKK website, and what it is, it just has some things about dreaming, a little bit of an instruction on that and how to dream, and then it also just gives you a space to write out 101 dreams. It also is just good to get your like thinking going, because it's something I hadn't honestly even thought about or even contemplated having that amount of dreams. Currently I only have 26 on my list, but that was just off the top of the bat. So yeah, I have some things, and they can be anything that you want. Money, time is not a issue, and you just say what you would truly want if you could do anything in this world. So that is what my dreams are based off. So yeah, that's a really good one. There's a few other cool things on KKK that really get you thinking and stuff, and yeah, they're super helpful because sometimes you haven't even thought of these things yourself, and then once you're prompted to, you can like really learn a lot about yourself and what you truly want that you probably haven't thought about consciously. This was just kind of a good reminder. So when you're trying to work towards a goal, remember not to be hard on yourself, because if you're trying to achieve a goal, it should be fun and it should be a fun process. Like, it's not gonna put you in a positive headspace, you're not gonna have a positive mindset if you're constantly restricting yourself, making yourself feel bad to achieve the goal. You're just not going to feel satisfied or get the same feeling that you would feel if you're enjoying the process. When you're trying to achieve your goals, that should not limit you from being able to do anything. Something that I also find useful as well is I have a journal. So I write in my journal every time that something good happens in my life, and just stuff that happens that is exciting in my life. So if I have something that's memorable, something that was really exciting, or something that I've achieved, I'll write about it in my journal so I can always look back on it and remember the good times and pretty much how far I've come so far. This is a big one that I think is really important, and this is to tell friends and family or someone you trust what your goals are so that they can keep you accountable. I tell my family and my friends all of my goals just so they know. Well, some I do, some I probably keep to myself, just like my bigger punching ones that, yeah, I just kind of keep to myself until I'm ready to share type thing. But yeah, all your little ones, it's really good to tell your family and stuff, so then they can just keep you accountable, pull you up if you're getting off track. So this is more of a uni technique, but when I'm in uni, I love to procrastinate. So something that I found really helpful was the Pomodoro technique. So I'm struggling to remember, but I'm pretty sure it's 20 minutes on, 5 minutes off, 20 minutes on, 5 minutes off, and you just keep doing that until you get tasks done, because I found that 20 minutes is a good amount of time that you can concentrate and study for, and then you get 5 minutes to just do whatever you want and then get back into it. So I found that was a good amount of time for me where I wouldn't get distracted, I could stay away from my phone and all of that, and yeah, it just kept me on task. I got one thing out of the way at a time and I could just focus and then move on. So that's a technique that I definitely recommend. Also, to follow Instagram accounts that motivate you and make you feel good about yourself, inspire you, teach you new things to try out. That's something that I found really big in the last year. I unfollowed a lot of accounts that I just wasn't gaining anything from personally, and yeah, it was so good for my headspace. So now I pretty much only follow people that motivate me in some way, inspire me, or yeah, help me to realize my full potential. So I kind of also mentioned before having a vision board and how handy they can be, just so you can see what you're working towards as well and be reminded of that. Some tips that are put it on the wall like I have, also have it in your diary which you take with you everywhere. You can also make it on your laptop and put it as your like screensaver and stuff like that, maybe even your phone. So pretty much these techniques are things that I have found that have helped me personally working towards my goals, achieving my goals, staying determined and motivated. So if you have any further questions, always feel free to reach out to me. I'm always happy to help and hear about what you find works for you. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions, and yeah. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and gained something from finding out what works for me, what I like to do. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and catch you later, dolls!